Hey YouTube, Sogyo here, and to watch this video on your phone or whatever device you're watching it on, you will have to see light emanating from your device. And how does this light form in the first place? Well, first I want to talk about the light behind me. So, whenever light is being released from that and being registered on this camera here, what is going on is that there are electrons inside of the atoms in the filaments on that light over there. And these electrons, when electricity is run through them, gain energy. Their charge level increases. And what happens here is they move up to a higher charge level, which causes them to move up to a higher orbital in their atom. An orbital is just an area around the nucleus of an atom in which an electron has a probability of being found, and there are different levels of them. And so, when it is given more energy through electricity running through it, it goes to a higher orbital, but that also makes it more unstable. And as you may know, it's almost the law of the universe that unstable objects want to become as stable as possible by, for example, giving off energy. That's why if I were to pick this phone up and drop it, it would fall onto the ground to lose gravitational potential energy. That's exactly what happens here. So the electron goes to a higher energy state and then falls back down. But what happens to this energy that was in it that is now lost? Well, it gets turned into a particle, a photon. But how does this cause light? Well, we have to talk about waves. So with any charged particles, such as the electrons inside of that filament there, they are going to be having an electric field and a magnetic field around them. Together, these make the electromagnetic field. Normally these are stable when the light is off, but when the light is on, of course the charge level is going to change. There's going to be more energy inside of it, and then less energy when it's released again. And this causes a ripple in the electromagnetic field around it. And there's something called Faraday's law of induction, and it basically states that an electric field creates a magnetic field, and a magnetic field creates an electric field. So when you turn on the light, it causes an electric field to be generated, and this generates a magnetic field, which generates an electric field, which generates a magnetic, and it goes on forever. It propagates, which means it moves outwards in a line throughout the entire universe. And they operate perpendicular to each other, these two different fields. They're just different waves, you would imagine transverse waves, perpendicular to one another, moving out through the universe. And that's all light really is. It's just two waves being created through a difference in energy caused by the electricity running through the filaments there. And the amount of energy change from when it goes to, the electron goes to a high energy state and then falls back down, that difference there determines the frequency, which determines the wavelength. So it will determine if the photon released is a radio wave used to communicate or a gamma ray to give us cancer.